transition is really our whole purpose. It's our whole why we have public education, why all students go to school, is so that we can do something after that we can be contributing members of society.
Easy. These are super easy to make in lesson picks.
Yes, and these are really related to ADLs, or activities of daily living. This is something we do every single day that's part of our routine. So we can use this visual instead of constantly telling them with these auditory cues in order to promote independence. It's so easy to get reliant on auditory cues. It's much easier to fade these visual cues. The other really nice thing about the visual is when you have a sub in the room, or you have a new
you have to start over, right?
They have it. They see it.
Right.
They know the routine too. So it builds a lot of consistency.
Right.
Yeah. And this is not something that you necessarily like to talk about, but it is really important, especially if we're thinking about inclusion. The more we include our students, the better off they are, and the more successful they'll be upon graduation. So toileting and changing a pad are so important.
Right.
And we want them to be independent with that. Right. Nobody wants to be on a work site next to somebody with soiled pants.
Yep.
So it is an important skill that we want to address.
All right. So these are the IADLs. These are the step up.
It does involve more steps, and it involves more executive function. These are tasks that support our daily living, but we may not necessarily do them every day. But it's important to understand that IADLs can predict employment outcomes. So if you can make a sandwich, you could work in a sandwich shop. If you can cook a meal, you could work in a restaurant. If you can do laundry, you could work at a hotel or a hospital. They all have direct links to a job. Kind of the way I do the program that I kind of created this program. And I have a job program for the elementary school students. And the SLP and I run 2 groups a week, and we teach the job. So we have a farmer's market, we have a garden, we do backpack buddies, we have a lemonade stand in the warmer months, we have a lost and found. We do things in the cafeteria, an ice cream stand, all kinds of things in the elementary school. And we'll teach that in our group, or any other extension lessons. So how to greet a customer, how to give change, those sorts of things. So I have made an interactive book for almost every single job. And preschool, we do a theme for the month. And in September, our theme is always the bus. This is where transition is a continuum, because in high school, it's not just sitting on the bus, but maybe in high school, it's looking at a bus schedule and understanding where to pick up the bus and how to get the bus. And chores are IADL skills. So chores can help build career interests. So I really encourage my families to do chores at home.
Right.
And some of my students, that's their summer homework. So this is just another great example of how these job skills are a continuum. So this is in the elementary school. The students are matching and sorting different sweeteners.
Yep.
In middle school, we do, because so many of the kids have been exposed to some of the jobs in elementary school, my groups are a little bit different in the middle school. We have a monthly theme, and it is related to a job. So this theme on here was the popcorn shop, and we're doing that right now. We have our popcorn shop that we're running this whole month, and we have an air popper. They pop it. It's like we have a little mock shop in the classroom, and we have some of the students are customers, some of the students are the shopkeeper, and we talk about problems on the job. And for all of these shop activities, I have created a PowerPoint story about the popcorn shop or about the ice cream shop or whatever our theme is. I have a PowerPoint story that I've created. And we talk about what happens when things go wrong on the shop. What happens when you run out of butter? Do you get upset and throw a fit? Or, what is your response and what do you do?
So this is another, I assume you do a hardware store as well.
We do. One of
Yep,
our
and-
months is, we call it Home Depot month. The last week of the month, we talk about if you liked making that wood picture frame, if you liked painting, you could work at Home Depot, but where else could you work? So giving them ideas and expectations and kind of leading them along.
So these are lanyard cards, tab and flap cards that go on a lanyard, and they've got tabs on the sides, so you can pull them up quickly.
But I love the fact that even when I'm ordering my pizza, I have visuals right there that I can point to what I want on my pizza, or ask, what do you want on your pizza?
So I've used it in FACS class with my middle school students, but I've also used it in preschool. I've used it in my K2 MD classroom, and we've made a pretend pizza, with different materials. And I was able to talk with Bill and Lori about getting a tag that was for occupation or vocation or career.
You mean like the one here called transition/vocational?
Yay!
Yay!
Awesome.
And then underneath there, we've got careers in VOTech, cooking, financial, and housework. Heavy workstations.
Yes. So heavy workstations are awesome for a lot of different reasons. OTs are really into all the proprioception and vestibular and sensory processing.
Physically heavy. That's what you mean by heavy. You don't mean like hard work. You mean physically heavy.
Yep.
Both. It can be hard work as well. But yeah, we want them lifting, carrying, activating those muscles and those proprioceptors, so they have better body awareness. And also by bending over, they're inverting their head, so they're automatically getting vestibular input as well. And all the bottles are filled with different substances of different varying weights. So some of them have gravel in them, some of them have rice in them, some of them have like little beads in them. They all have something different. They all have different weights. And then I will either put Velcro on them, or I will put dry erase tape on there. And I love the dry erase tape because then I can get my dry erase markers and I can just scribble a color on there. And then I can have the visuals, and then they have to sort them. So they have to bend down, pick them up, and look to see where this shape goes, where this color goes. But then I can also do words as well, or letters with them as well.
Right.
Goblin Tools is just free website. You can type in a to-do generator. So maybe it's washing dishes, or maybe this one was taking out the trash. But anything that has steps to it, a to-do type task, you just ask it, tell me the steps of taking out the trash, and it boom, 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 boom. And then I'll take those steps, and then I'll create the steps in lesson picks. The other really nice thing is, just like chores can help build career interests, leisure can also build career interests. So it's important for us to think about what they like to do. I mean, it's great for self-regulation, but it's also really good to think about careers.
I also like the washing machine that she did up earlier. It looks like
yes. So that was also part of FACS. And I took paper plates and cut the center out of them, so it looked like the front of a washing machine. Yes. And then they had to sort the whites, the darks, and the lights. So those are just paper plates that have been cut.
It looks exactly like a dryer. It really does. It's great.
The knobs and everything.
And because you cut it out the way that you did, you can put things in it and it'll stay there.
Right.
Isn't that cute?
How cute. Very cool. You obviously use lesson picks just all the time. It's awesome. It makes us feel great.